A soggy mess on Marco Island after another day of rain. A look at the aftermath and what people here are dealing with ahead on ABC 7.
Plus, get more on fish in the streets, a gator in the pool, flooded roads, and nonstop rain. And this.
It could be Social Security, it could be driver's license numbers.
Guess what? Russia tried to hack Collier's elections office. Get more on what hackers wanted and how they were stopped. Plus,
something went on. The cat didn't go down quietly.
And the mauling mystery in the Cape. What broke into a family's lanai and killed the family cat?
Live from ABC 7, this is News at 11.
Southwest Florida is a water world tonight, and wait until you see what we have to show you right now. Heavy rain today stalled out cars. It seeped through apartments and even created new homes for wildlife.
Right now, ABC 7 is getting you more with team coverage. We're letting you know where rain is headed tomorrow and when you'll be impacted.
Our team coverage begins right now. Thanks for watching ABC 7. I'm Jeff Butera.
I'm Krista Fogelsong. Let's go to JP right now. And the rain finally stopped, JP.
It is. The radar is the quietest it's been pretty much all week long. We've had another day of some copious amounts of rain and some severe weather. And as far as the rain totals around Southwest Florida, this is what we've measured on our Storm Warn 7 Neighborhood Weather Network. It wasn't Marco Island, thankfully, that saw most of the rain in Southwest Florida. It was parts of Lee County, central and southern Lee County. Fiddlesticks Country Club, over 3.5 inches of rain. And Estero, the Embassy Suites there, over 3 inches of rain. Pagefield set a new record for the day, 3.04 inches. And there's Marco Island at about 1.75 inches. Now, that's still a problem on Marco Island because yesterday they got about 8 to 10 inches of rain. But as you can see here, Storm Warn 7 Doppler radar is dry at the present time. All the nasty weather we had earlier today is now even south of the Keys down in the Florida Straits. Miami's still getting a little bit of rain. And there is a little bit of rain activity out here, very, very spotty over the Gulf of Mexico. And we will have some rain showers in the forecast for tomorrow, but we're not going to see anything like we did the last couple of days. Stick around. I'll be back with Southwest Florida's most accurate forecast. I'll let you know exactly what to expect coming up.
I used to live in Florida, and I don't remember storms being this bad.
Yeah, flooded streets, stalled cars, and another day of heavy rain for Marco Island. Flooding got so bad, the island had to shut down some roads. They are open now tonight, but officers are still warning people to be careful of the standing water.
ABC 7's Emily Burris continues our team coverage tonight, and she zeroed in on Marco, one of the worst hit spots today. Emily, what did you see?
Hey guys, yeah, that's right. We're on Marco Lake Drive tonight. It's a good example of what we saw really all over the island this evening. You can see the road that I'm standing on right now is clear of water. But as I walk over to the side of the road, I want to show you what we're seeing in a lot of front yards and a lot of driveways and still in some intersections and side streets. Several inches of ponded standing water here tonight. You heard JP mention most of Marco Island saw almost 2 inches of additional rain today. And as you can see, the ground is saturated. That means any more rain will likely bring more flooding. Slick roads filling up fast on Marco Island Wednesday. Drivers dealing with flooding as the relentless rain continued.
You know, I've been coming to Marco Island since I was maybe 5 or 6. I certainly don't remember storms as significant as these ones, much less the roads being as flooded as they are.
Matt and Stephanie Platt's family vacation has looked like this. It's putting a damper on tourism and other local business.
I work for custom home builders, so it affects, being able to complete the jobs that we need to do.
Many homeowners here are counting their blessings.
One with flooding or standing water.
Right.
Other side streets, they might be another story.
Like these. Several neighborhoods still flooded. This car left in a soggy ditch. The water continues to recede, but with the possibility of more rain.
Eventually, we'd like to leave the island, so obviously if it's flooded, that might be a problem.
Yeah, so we wanted to give you another angle here to show you in this parking lot just how high this water is. It's coming up on some of the truck tires here, some of the vehicles we have parked here this evening. Now, again, there were some road closures earlier today when we saw some of those heavier rains coming down. All the roads on Marco Island have since reopened. But again, any more rain with this already saturated ground could bring more flooding and more possible road closures throughout the rest of the week. Tonight, we're live on Marco Island. Emily Burris, ABC 7.
The frogs just chirp away
so
tonight.
loud.
We want to show you right now the mess the rain created today for drivers in Fort Myers and Estero. Check it out. On Three Oaks Parkway near Estero, cars were just plowing through standing water. No idea how deep it was when they were going through it. In San Carlos Park, same story. And many houses suffered from flooded front yards off Park Road.
It's just crazy. I mean, as you can see, the yards are full, the ditches are full.
You don't see it coming, it just pops up out of nowhere. You don't even think it's flooded, and then all of a sudden waves everywhere.
We saw some people also trying to have a little bit of fun in the rain today. These guys right here were out riding their scooters through the water.
You notice how many cars were delivery vehicles because people didn't want to go out in that rain. Right now, many people are dealing with power outages because of the storms, but FPL is working to get the lights back on, and there's been a lot of progress. At last check, just 236 customers in Lee County are without power, 700 in Collier, 39 in Charlotte, and according to FPL's website, Hendry and Glades County have power.
Now, the standing water left from today's storms and Tuesday's storms do create mosquitoes. One local company called Bug Free Services tells us it's getting about 15 to 20 calls a day for mosquito issues. Mosquito treatments will cost you about $59 a month if you're interested.
The rain isn't only drawing out mosquitoes, but also reptiles. Here's your picture of the day. A baby alligator earlier this afternoon, just checking out a swimming pool in Bonita Springs. The family lives in Bonita Bay and says it's not the first time they found a gator in their pool because it looks so inviting, right? And take a look at this. Our crew members saw this little catfish swimming in Marco Island, a homeowner's yard on Skylark Avenue.
Stick with ABC 7. We're going to keep tracking the latest on the rain and floods, both on air and online. That's our website right there, abc-7.com.
And don't forget about the Storm Warn 7 weather app. You can track storms and check live weather cameras. You can download it for free on the App Store or from Google Play.
No man should ever put his hands on a woman, let alone pregnant, and that's his child.
The big story new tonight. This man right here isn't even a father yet, but Lee County deputies say already he's not a good one. His name is Raul Lopez, and deputies say got into an argument with his girlfriend inside Walmart over the baby's name.
Yeah, investigators say it then escalated to him choking her. Tonight, ABC 7's Nestor Mato gets us more on what drove Lopez over the edge.
It's absolutely sick and frustrating.
18-year-old Raul Lopez isn't even a father yet, but investigators say he's already a bad dad. Lee County deputies say Lopez and his very pregnant girlfriend began fighting at a Walmart about what to name their baby. Reports say Lopez wanted the boy to be named after him, but she had another name in mind.
He has every right to be upset, but not to the point where he's going to put his hands on her.
But that's exactly what investigators say happened. After getting to his Main Avenue home in Fort Myers, they say the fight got heated, so she locked herself in a room, but Lopez removed the doorknob and began strangling her.
And I can't believe people get angry to that kind of point.
Deputies say Lopez covered her mouth and nose with both hands until she began to lose consciousness. Then they say he grabbed the soon-to-be mother's hair and threw her onto a bed.
No man should ever put his hands on a woman, let alone pregnant, and that's his child.
Lopez's mother heard the fighting and broke it up. The pregnant girlfriend then called 911 for help. Parents we talked to are disgusted and say he put both her and his own child's life at risk.
He would have killed his child.
And there's way too much violence around lately, and it's got to stop.
In Lee County, Nestor Mato, ABC 7.
Deputies say there were no signs of injury, thank goodness, to the mother or the baby. Lopez was arrested for aggravated battery on a pregnant woman.
Looking ahead tonight, former FBI Director James Comey testifies tomorrow morning before the Senate Intelligence Committee. He's going to talk about Russian involvement in the 2016 election and also his conversations with President Trump about Russian involvement in the election. But Comey's prepared statement for tomorrow is already out tonight. 2 key points in it. He says President Trump asked him to, quote, let it go when it came to investigating the National Security Advisor, Michael Flynn, and his possible Russian ties. Comey also claims the president told him he expected loyalty. Comey explained to the president that the FBI is independent. Starting at 10 tomorrow morning, ABC 7 will have live coverage of Comey's testimony.
Speaking of Russia, in Collier County, we have confirmed the Russian government tried to hack into the county's election computers. This makes 6 Florida counties the Russians targeted. According to a national intelligence report, the hackers tried to gain access to the computers by sending an email with a corrupt attachment. It could have taken over the computers and stolen voter information.
That's their addresses, perhaps their signature. It could be Social Security. It could be driver's license numbers.
Just to be clear, no data information was accessed by the Russians. Both Lee and Charlotte counties did not get that malicious email.
People who live near the old Cape Coral Golf Course are happy tonight. That's because a planning commission would not recommend a land use change for that area. Developer D.R. Horton wants to build hundreds of homes on the 175-acre golf course. They had applied to change the land use from Parks and Rec to single-family residential, but neighbors went to City Hall wearing green to show they weren't ready for a change.
It would be great if the city would purchase it and make it a park for the residents of Cape Coral.
This recommendation now goes to City Council for a final vote. D.R. Horton says they're disappointed in the decision, but still think their development is a good fit.
A Cape family is heartbroken tonight after an early morning mauling. Their victim was the cat. That cat should have been safe in the pool's lanai. It happened on Southwest 20th Street between Skyline and Santa Barbara. Tonight we're getting you more on why they are now warning their neighbors.
A Cape Coral couple woke up this morning to this mess on their lanai. Their 3 cats scared in the house, and their 4th cat, Jack, dead in the backyard.
It was a pretty tough screen, so that had me thinking twice whether this was human or just a very large predator in the neighborhood.
A large hole was punched out of their screen, and it looks like teeth marks around it.
It looks like it was forced and somehow got into the jaws of the animal. And the rest is history, I guess.
There was a struggle. Heavy planters and a solar light knocked over and broken. The Appletons didn't hear anything, and they're heartbroken they couldn't help.
Oh, I was so stunned by the whole thing that I really hadn't, grieved for the poor guy.
Well, the Appletons filed a police report with Cape Coral cops this morning just in case it was a creepy neighbor. But police think it was a coyote, and they want to warn neighbors of potential threat so they can keep a close eye on their pets.
Looking ahead right now, the Lee County School District will meet with a local homeowners association next week trying to fix an unexpected hiccup. See, the county is planning to build Bonita Springs High School on a piece of land just off Shangri-La Road. One problem: the Hawthorne community actually owns part of that land, and the district didn't know it. Monday, the school district will meet with Hawthorne representatives trying to work out a solution so the project can move forward.
You ain't gonna do nothing. Get in.
It's a knockdown, drag-out shouting match on a school bus. But next on ABC7, why it got so bad a boy's dad broke the emergency glass to get all the kids off.
Plus, are they teen Thomas Edisons? Get more next on 3 inventor girls and what their magic straw does. Stop crime.